Hello, everyone. And guess what? Today, it's not the Mystic Four, it's the Mystic Two. And Colleen was actually going to be playing Val's part. But you know what? Life gets into the way, and it's okay. But the Mystic Two is Cleo the Seer. Cleo, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm TarotStache. Thank you for being here. And as everyone knows, you know what I'm going to say. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance, really. And I do want to encourage everyone to like and subscribe to our channels because, Cleo, we need to get you to 1,200, right? Is the next.
I would think that'd be the next step. Yeah. Well, no, let's see. I do have 1,200.
Oh, excuse me. We need to get to
1,500. 1,500.
Well, okay, limit yourself. I say 2,000, so everybody go over.
All right. Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And so, everybody, thank you for being here. Today, we are using the Flying Fickle Finger of Fate. We are answering personal questions today. So, if you would like us to, if you'd like to have your personal question entered, type in #mystic and then follow it up with your question all in caps so that we can find it, because it's Cleo and I, so we're going to do as many of these readings as we can. And yeah, there you go. Yeah, go for 2,000.
Yay, thank you.
So this is very good. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm seeing lots of people. Joan Baker, Viviani, Joanne Miranda, Emilda. Mods, please watch out for this one. So, artist Liz is here. Chick from Ohio. Lisa, P73. Kathy Persons. And well, I'm pretty fond of us as well.
Cool.
So I say so myself. Jean Kavanaugh. And all right. So Donna, Artist and Oracles, is here. And she's doing dishes whilst joining. So
Multitasking.
Multitasking is a good thing. And I appreciate people who have been typing in #mystic and their question in caps so that we can see it. I'm seeing it. So may I ask what tools you are using tonight, other than your amazing connection?
Yeah. Well, I did tell it. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to use a little bit of the tarot cards today, which I don't ever do because I don't know them very well. I've been using oracle cards. And so anyway, I'm going to just do this anyway. I think, if it doesn't speak to me, I'll go back to my oracle cards because they seem to work.
There you go. And okay, so we're getting more and more questions in. Thank you. I do have to remind everybody that one of the great things about doing shows online is the messages, or the message for one person may resonate with someone else. And if that happens, by all means, grab that message for you. I think it's so very important. And we actually love feedback on this. If you get a reading, it's great. So Dora is here. Veronica, hello. And Amanda. So, okay. And okay. All right. So shall we get started?
We should.
Let's do this. And wait a minute. Let me put this up there. Because right now we have 11 people. And if your name is selected, please let us know. Gray. Gray, are you still here?
Yeah,
And
I see the question here. Yeah.
Gray just showed up. So I'm going to, am I going to be SOL with the airline, having already lost so much money, or is there any JOT there? I'm not sure what the JOT is.
Me neither.
So
Okay. Regardless of what JOT is, you're talking about that you've been taking some airline flights and I don't know, you got screwed out of some money, I think.
yeah, I think so.
And I see that's about to change. Yeah, I think they're going to step up and they're going to, maybe they, I'm pretty sure they've got just thousands of complaints about flights that were delayed or flights that were canceled. And then they try to get everybody, it's just a mess. They've been having a lot of problem with their computers at the airlines, but, I know it feels like, yeah, maybe you are shit out of luck, but I don't think so. I think if you hang in there and if you put your grievances, if you've brought that to their attention, I see that there's somebody there that's going to rectify this. It may not be to your complete satisfaction, but somebody is definitely looking into it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, it works out in some respect.
Yeah, I'm actually going to follow along with you because I have the sun, so it's a very positive card. And so yes, I think you're going to have some other opportunities there. And so I also have the King of Pentacles, which is about discipline. I think if you need to make sure you are communicating what you need to communicate in a way that people can hear it instead of one that's a frantic, chaotic mess. Because then I have I have the Four of Wands or joy, so that's a good foundation. So Gray, I hope that's helpful.
And Gerald, I wanted to ask you, you had the King of what was the king that you had?
It's the King of Pentacles. It's wealth.
Okay, I have the King of Cups, and I'm not. To me, that meant like there's somebody within the airlines that are saying, "Hey, let's make this right."
That's a very good response to that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I would agree with that. So,
thank you.
Stacy May, Catitude Crafters is here. Hello, Stacy May. Sun Psychic Jean is here. Denise Fletcher, Linda Lee. We have, the dynamic duo, which I have renamed us the Psychic 2. And I did see Linda de Gonzalez come in. So, and Moira. So, and all right. And Bobby is work lurking. So, all right. So if people are wanting a reading, we will do as many as we can in the hour. #Mystic. And then your question in caps so that we can find it. So say Stacy May, #Mystic. And then put your question there right after that, because I'm starring those. Chris Cassidy is here. All right, here we go. And next up, I do like this flying fickle finger of fate. It's quite enjoyable. Veronica, if you're still here, let us know, and I will find question. Got it. All right, Veronica is
Thanks,
here.
Stacy. That gets you on the that
Yep.
gets you you might get picked.
Yes. Okay, so I have a cross stitch hobby, stitching and creating patterns for cross stitchers. Is this something that will bring money, or is it a waste of time?
Wow. Well, money or not, it's not a waste of time. You're a creative person, and doing stuff like that is just very good for the soul. So don't think you're ever wasting time with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really got my cards out yet, but okay.
Take your time.
It'll only become something that you want to make money with if you take the effort to do that. I don't see right off the bat that that's kind of where you've been headed. But if you go to some of these fairs and street fairs and things like that, and you want to set up a booth for the stuff you've made, that could turn into some money. Plus, anything handmade, and it depends on when people look at this stuff, they're thinking, how can I use this? How can this be helpful to me with whatever I've got going on in my house? So if you make stuff that that people are going to be drawn to, there you go. But you do have to get it out in the public. Here we go. Yeah, I do see that could definitely happen. And you might even end up sharing a booth with somebody else. Because maybe you don't want to go through this whole thing of setting up a booth. But I see that there's a good plan for a partnership and doing what you do. Like the other person probably won't do the same thing, but it would be to their advantage to have you working with them in their booth or wherever they're at selling this stuff.
Yeah.
And when you do get to selling it, if you follow that path, make sure you put a good price on it, because I feel like whatever you make it's really good. It's good quality. So put a good price on it. And
yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because I got this 7 of Swords, and I also got the 7 of Wands. So sevens are one of those things. It's after the initial struggles, but remember, sevens are lucky. So it's important for you to understand what it is that you want to do and not let other people steal your joy about it. Because look at this. It's called deception. And if you look, this person is hanging their heart off of the end of a pier, and these swords are doing it. So, do not have, understand this will take time to build. And then the last card is the 6 of Wands, which is protection. So part of this is sort of you're having a bit of victory with some of the challenge. No, it's the 7 of Wands. You're okay. You're rallying the troops and you're doing this. However, it does take a lot of courage to be able to do this, Veronica. And I think this is one of those things that will be, if you are following this inspiration and this excitement, then do it because you enjoy it. And I agree with Cleo. Absolutely, make sure that you are charging the appropriate amount. Do not cut yourself short.
Yeah.
So,
but I also see you can be perfectly happy not making money with it. So I see where you'd like to have a little extra income. And honestly, I've never seen your stuff, don't know who you are, don't know what's going on with this, but it feels to me like you've got the talent and that you come up with some really creative stuff that's a little bit different than other people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I would take advantage of that.
Yeah. Thank you, Veronica. And by the way, I see that we're getting more and more people here. We're not doing politics tonight. We're not doing medical, legal, or financial. So we will do as many as we readings as we can. So thank you. Yeah, don't sell yourself short. You know, it's a lot of time, and you're very welcome, Veronica. And you know, it is, boy, starting a business takes a lot of time. So, but
that's why I say just partner up with somebody that's already doing something, like, you know, already has a booth going.
Yeah, something like that. So that makes, yeah.
Because then you can learn how to do all this stuff from them, and then you can take off on your own. But maybe it's a bit much just to start off doing your own booth.
And Veronica sells stuff on Etsy, so that's good. Stacy May, if you're here,
cool.
I did say I'm glad you got put this in there, Stacy. I didn't see. I just saw you put in just Mystic. Stacy, are you wanting just a general read, or do you have a specific question? So, and and by the way, everybody, please make sure that you are subscribed to both of our channels and check your subscriptions, because we need to make sure that you're still subscribed. So,
and while we're waiting for Stacy May again, where is her? Veronica, is it? Veronica. She sells stuff on Etsy. You know, you already know that you have people interested in what you do. Take full advantage of that. You know, you could make a lot of side money on this thing. That's what I think.
I enjoy Stacy's approach. General, it will probably scream what I want to know. Okay, Stacy.
Okay. General for Stacy May. Well, if there's been any conflict going on in your life, like, how could that be? None of us have conflict.
No, never.
But it does look like there's something going on right now, or it's going to happen like pretty soon, where you're just like, oh my God, how the hell did this happen? What is going on? But you know, in the end, it looks like something you've been working towards, and then all of a sudden everything kind of blows up. But then the next thing I get is that everybody's happy and copacetic. So if something comes up that kind of throws you off and it doesn't feel right, especially since you've just been gung-ho doing whatever you're doing. I'm not saying that what you're doing is going to create this problem. I'm saying that something outside yourself is going to come up and you're going to be like, oh, well, I hadn't planned on that. And I don't really want to deal with it or whatever. But you do deal with it. And then everybody comes back. If there was hurt feelings or disagreements, everybody finally says, okay, no, let's get this back together. Let's be good friends and do whatever it is we have to do. So I do see a little bit of conflict coming up with you, but whatever it is, you handle it with grace and you don't let it throw you off course too much, and it comes out good.
I think that word grace is a very good word for it. I know a little bit about what Stacy is going through, and I have this 6 of Pentacles, which is Reciprocity Avenue. This just reminds me that you've given a lot, and it's now time for you to be willing to receive. And in order to receive, you have to ask, and be aware of that. I see the world is here, so this is something is over and then a new adventure is beginning. So all of that stuff is in the past, Stacy. And so the one suggestion that is coming through is I have the Knight of Swords. It's the messenger of impulse and opportunity. What this is telling me is it's important for you to pay attention to things that could show up very quickly. However, take a breath before you jump at it completely. But you've got, I mean, this builds off nicely of what you said, Cleo.
Good.
Oh, it's very, very nice.
Yeah, in the end, it's all copacetic, but you do go through a little weird period where you're like, what? How did this happen?
Yeah. But and again, to remember, it's that opportunity is that one thing is ending and you're moving into something brand new. And that change is hard. So, but thank you, Stacy May. I hope that didn't scream too loudly. And you're welcome, Gray. And I did see Garnet is here. Brenda Tarot is card readings is here. Anita King is here. So, I mean, you're still going through it. It's still a lot crazy. So, all right, who do we have next? I'm not breathing a whole lot, am I? I've been going and going and going all day. So
you're doing fine.
All right, Michelle, are you still here? See if we can search for. Okay, and Michelle is here. So, will I change careers this year? If so, different industry.
Well, Michelle, I see that you just might. You just might, because something's going on with your job. I don't know if it's them or you, like if you quit or if something happens with the business you're working for and they have to let go of people or something. And your initial response is, oh, this is not good. But be surprised here. Sometimes when it doesn't look like when one door closes, another door opens.
Mm-hmm.
And I see whatever you go into, you're just like, Yahoo! Who would have thought? This is great. This is really working out, and it's challenging, and it's so I'm thinking it is in a different industry, but maybe not. I mean, I think that this is a change that although you didn't really want it, and maybe maybe it's not. Maybe it is you that just decides, you know what, I kind of want a different. I want to do something a little bit different. This is not really floating my boat right now. But you do freak out because you think that, oh my God, now what do I do? So, but whatever you do, you can be confident in your abilities because you come out smelling like a rose. You get something fairly quickly, and it's just you've got to work at it, but it's going to be something that you're like, I don't mind working at this because I'm learning new stuff or I'm meeting new people or I have a chance to progress within this company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I do see that there's a very good chance new career this year, and also it might be a different industry and it works out really, really well. So you don't need to freak out about it.
And I have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of my deck, Michelle, and it's like, will you change careers this year? And is it a different industry? Yes, and this is a great card as it relates to career. There's that, and it's starting stable avenue. starting stable avenue. It is going to take you a period of introspection to figure out what it is that is what you're looking for. This is a 9-year this year, numerologically. 2024 or 2025 adds up to a 9, and that's the Hermit in the tarot deck. So we have this. So you're going to have some tasks that you need to get done, and you can get them off of your checklist, but you're also going to have a whole lot of opportunity for to do some more things. And like you said, Cleo, you're going to have to be learning some new things, and that's very, very exciting. And celebrate the small successes throughout this. And then we also have the last card is the King of Pentacles, which tells me it's the provider of prosperity and power. Looks pretty good for you with the career. So
yeah, it really does. I got the same thing. In the end, this looks real good, and you're gonna like it. You know, I still am, for some reason I'm getting hung up on whether they let go of you or you let go of them. But if you got that feeling like, God, this is just the same old, this is becoming drudgery, it's the same old, then don't, start looking around before you have to depart. But if you get booted out, that's really a good thing for you, as much as you're not going to like the way it feels initially. But when you find this new job, you'll be very happy with it.
Well, and also, if there is an opportunity for you to stay with the same company and to take some classes and some training to move into a different aspect of that, I would absolutely consider that. And again, entertainment purposes only. So
yeah, and that could happen, but I kind of see that it's probably not. I think they're going to get divorced from this last job.
Yeah. So Amanda is here. I did see Jane the Secret Tarot came in. So okay, and Linda de Gonzalez asked me if I was taking care of myself. I am. It's just been a back-to-back appointment day, and it's all good.
Michelle says that there's nowhere to go where she's currently working. That's what I thought, know.
Okay. So, and artist Liz is up. And I did see artist Liz had a question. There you go. Artist Liz, say hi. So what do you see for me in 2025?
And if we've already, or if other shows, you've gotten answers to these questions already, just know that we're going by today's energy.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and jump in here because artist Liz, what's coming for you in 2025 is there's going to be a lot of emotions that you're experiencing. The different thing is, artist Liz, is you're going to be able to express them with a sense of maturity and support. Because I got the King of Cups for you, which is provider of emotional support and maturity. So if something comes up that you've experienced before, it's going to affect you differently. You're not going to be as shaken foundationally for it. 2025 is going to have opportunities for you to be able to you're going to be having a lot of energy coming your way. I have the 7 of Wands, which is about perseverance. I think it's an important thing for you to persevere and to not lose sight of your ultimate goal. Because again, I like this for you, artist Liz. It's the Page of Cups, development of affections and creative energy. It feels very much like your creativity is moving. It has an opportunity to evolve this year. So that's what I have for you.
Wow. Well, artist Liz, I see that something is coming up that's going to be a letdown. It's not going to make you very happy. God, I don't really have any clue of what this really is, but because of that, and it may just be totally indirect, that something changes and you come out of this. It's gonna make you feel a little bit depressed for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but even being a talented person, you're going to know how to get through all that. And then it comes up with hooray. So, you go from not being a little bit down to Yahoo to, oh my goodness, look at this. And I see that, I don't know if you're married or single or what's going on, but I see that you have an opportunity to either have new friends or a new relationship or a new type of relationship. Whatever it is, it's uplifting for you, and it fills a little void. It might be a romantic relationship, it might just be a friendship. I'm not really quite sure, but it looks really good. So you go from, at some point this year, you go from being a little depressed and down to all of a sudden things are changing a little bit, and maybe that's what happens. You get out and about, and you persevere.
Perseverance is going to help through those. You're absolutely right, Cleo.
Yeah, and then you end up meeting some new people or new friends or something, because it looks to me like there's a new kind of relationship forming that's really is fulfilling.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, artist Liz. So, and she said, I'm depressed now, going through a very bad time right now, Cleo, and you're single. So, okay.
Okay, well, that's where I saw, the depression. So, sorry that's going on for you right now, but don't worry, because something comes about soon, especially since you just told me that this is happening right now. Comes, within the weeks or so, and whatever that is, that you're first you're thinking, oh, I just don't feel like getting involved with that right now, but go ahead and do it anyway, because it's through this thing that comes up. It feels like a party or a get together or a luncheon or something like that, and through that, then you start to develop these new relationships of either a new boyfriend and a new friend. It could be a male or female. I mean, it's just it works out really well. So I'm sorry things aren't going too well right now, but it gets a lot better, and you are like Yahoo.
Yeah, and it could be related to the creative endeavors that you're doing. Maybe it's a class, a shared studio space, something like that. So, but all right, so let's see who we have next.
Yeah, stay open to the new friends, artist Liz, because I feel them out. I see them in the cards. So you got a lot of opportunities opening up.
Chris Cassidy. And I think I have a question for Chris. Trying to get through.
Chris is here.
Perfect. Okay. So Chris has said, I'm starting mediumship training. Is it too late for me to make an income with it? I'm going to give you a quick answer. No, it is not too late for you. Stop thinking that way. Here, and I'll even do this. Stop it. Stop limiting yourself. So, hi, Michelle Marie. Good to see you. Oh, an artist list says maybe an art opening. I wouldn't mind a BF. And to get to more art exhibitions. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, that feels like it, really. That's right up your alley. Go for that.
Yeah. So, all right. So, is it too late for Chris Cassidy to make an income with the mediumship?
Okay. Absolutely not. It is not too late for anything like that. As a matter of fact, I see you being very successful at your mediumship. Yeah, I see. I've got nothing but pentacles here, which I'm told that means money, right? So, or success or progress, and oh no, yeah, no, you're gonna do just fine. There's different ways. It's not necessarily something that makes a whole lot of money. Like the things I do on YouTube, I don't make any money on it. It's really not, you know, it's not really where I'm at to be monetized. I might change my mind about it, but it's not a big deal. So it's not just money. There's so much. It's so fulfilling. It's an inner thing. It's this energy, this constant energy. I'm an energy glutton. I mean, I love coming on here because it elevates me every time. So that's another thing that you might find out, that it's not necessarily always about money. And this is really something that it's fulfilling in your life. I mean, for me, it's been a real change especially doing YouTube stuff. So, but that doesn't mean I see that you can definitely make money with it. So,
yeah,
pursue that any way you want.
And Chris said, "Wonderful, great news, Cleo." And I need that too, Cleo. I need the community.
Yeah, it really helps. It really, really helps. But I see you're going to be just on top of your game on this. You're actually really good at this mediumship, and yeah, just keep working on that and get more involved with it, because you have every opportunity to make this profitable, but also enriching yourself by just doing it, by learning more about it and stuff. It's great. You'll do good. You'll do really good.
I think yes. I think what's an important aspect of it is the mediumship is going to open you up to a lot of things. And you're going to get a lot of messages, and you're going to have an opportunity to share these gifts. What's a really important thing, I'm going to be very, very down to earth and very realistic. And I wrote this down because you have to remember what is yours and what is theirs. Where do you stop and they begin? That's a really key thing, because I got in the middle of this the Nine of Wands, which is wearily defensive gardens, where you a bit lose yourself. And by the way, Chris, that's something that many of us have happen when we're starting to really receive our gifts, and our gifts are enhanced. They just come pulsing through. It's so exciting. It's really important for you to be willing to go, wait a minute, slow down. This is mine. That's theirs. I only need to control mine. So, because the last card that I got for you is the Eight of Cups, which is the leave it all behind place. When you're finished with a reading, Chris, this is Gerald moving into teacher mode. Make sure that you set up a ritual of some sort that supports you before you do any mediumship, and when you are finished doing mediumship, so that you are able to cleanse yourself and to keep yourself safe and clear. because that's going to actually be, it's not helpful to have that clogging you up while you're trying to read for the next person. So, all right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being here. Okay. So next up we have Linda Lee. Linda Lee. Say hi, Linda. Yeah, good advice from Jane the Seeker. So,
yeah, enjoy the journey.
Yeah, enjoying the journey is a beautiful thing. And Linda Lee initially had a medical question, but we're going to instead focus on messages from their spirit guides. So that's perfect. I'm glad you were here, Linda. Obviously, Linda needed to get this message. So you can go when you're ready, if you want.
Okay. Message from spirit guides from Linda. Well, first of all, the cards are all very good and positive. And it looks like you've been working on stuff, and maybe you've been working with other people on something that you're working towards. I have no idea what that is, but whatever it is, it's something that you've been putting time and effort into for a while. And it's gonna be working out. You know, it's for one thing, it feels like whatever you're working with some other people. Maybe this is part of your job or something, but everybody that you're working with really gets along, and you guys are like on the same path, and you just get what you're doing, and in the end, it works out very well. And and the end result is, right, it does work out very well, but the end result is just like, wow, we did it. You know, and it was one of those, not that you didn't maybe think you weren't going to do it, but whatever you were working on, you did it, and it worked out well, and it helps propel you through the rest of the year. And something about it just kind of sticks with you, that this is a real successful thing, and it might even be profitable. Okay, a little bit hazy on that. Sorry, but that's just kind of things that are coming through. Maybe Gerald can be more specific.
Well, I got some good stuff, and you had asked some sort of a medical question. I don't recall what it was, and again, for entertainment purposes only. Part of and you're asking for a message from your spirit guides. I got Clarity Way, which is the Ace of Swords. So your spirit guides are really trying to help you see clearly what's going on. And the Ace of Swords, it is about having that clarity of thought, word, and deed, and understanding that true connection. So your spirit guides are saying, careful what you put out there, because that's you're going to get more of. There is going to be upcoming soon, Linda, a bit of confusion. It's about some disillusion. It's about you really trying to see things as they truly are. But because I got the Seven of Cups, which is confusing illusions place. There's so much going on in your head. You're not able to see things clearly. we end with supporter of generosity and security, the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful card. And as Cleo, as you were saying, it feels like you've been working on something for a while. It's going to come to fruition. It's going to be really beautiful because the Queen can really make that happen. She is able to nurture it and not rush it, but also understands that this comes from the generosity of others as well as themselves. Did that help clarify anything else?
That's exactly the same kind of thing I'm getting. Exactly.
Yeah. Michelle Marie Astrological Tarot said we're a dynamic duo. So yes, I would agree.
Sure.
So thank you, Linda Lee. I hope that helps. And so next we have, Artist Liz is talking about starting a podcast. And Arcadia Proud. And Arcadian Proud, sorry. And yeah, Linda Lee is like a thank you very much, Mystic 2. All right. All right. I think we may have had this question before. Do I have a psychic gift? Do you remember having this question?
I think other people have asked this question. I don't remember the person here.
So,
and it always is the same because please, it's like, do I have 2 arms and 2 legs? Of course you've got psychic gifts. Everybody has psychic gifts. It's just what you feel you want to do with it. And most of the time you're using it and don't even realize it anyway. But yes, I think, it's just if you want to be tuned into it, then you want to do certain things to make that happen for you, like meditate and I don't know, get involved with the tarot or get involved with pendulum, any of that kind of stuff will help bring this to you. So, but yes, you definitely do have a psychic gift.
I want to add on to that I'm hoping we're not coming across a little snarky or unsupportive for you. We have psychic gifts and we have gifts. So we immediately see it in you. I see it every time you come into the chat. And so my apologies if it's coming across a bit crass. If you are not sure you have psychic gifts, I think it's really an important time for you to set some structure up for you to be able to develop those and to have awareness around them, just so that you understand what it means. And because my definition of a psychic gift is different than Cleo's, which is different than everyone else here in chat. And so, like in Michelle Marie said, yes, Cleo, it all starts with dabbling. Love your advice. So I'm gonna click on with that. Is I have the Hierophant, which is the card about structure and giving yourself some of your own structure so you can get your own experiences with your gifts. I think you had mentioned maybe in chat that you may be a writer. I think writers definitely have some specific gifts that can be pretty amazing. Could be called psychic, maybe not. I also want you, I just started the 21-day Deborah Lupian Metatron challenge. Very good. That is beautiful. Beautiful. So, and you've started meditating. This is really helpful. I will also tell you, part of what's happening is when you start doing this, you're going to have some more confusion before you have understanding. Stick with it. Let all that stuff, put it on paper, write about it, let it go, meditate it away. But there is also, this is a duplicate card, the provider of emotional support and maturity, the King of Cups. King of Cups. Cups are about that intuition and those psychic gifts and healings. Healing. It would say that it's going to, you're going to start to understand it and what it means. You're going to have some wisdom about it. Wisdom, in my mind, is you can have book knowledge, you can have street smarts. Wisdom is knowing which one to use and when to apply it.
So did you say that this person is a writer?
I believe so, yes. I am writing notes each day of what I feel during my meditation.
Well, that's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're creating a journal. That's excellent. I was just going to say, anybody that's creative and a writer or an artist or a musician or anything like that, those people tend to, it's just easier for them to make this kind of a connection, because you get in that space when you're creating. You are in a little bit different energy when you're creating stuff.
Yes.
And that's where you want to go when you're trying to connect with your spirit guides and use your psychic abilities. So cool. I hope that.
And starting to write a novel.
Oh, okay. Well, then you definitely are one of those kind of people. You're already creative, and I just feel like creative people do have a little bit better chance of making this thing work for them, because they, when you're sitting there working on a novel, that you're just pinpointing, you're right into it. You're trying to, you're developing a story. And when you're developing that story, that's when you're in a different energy. And that's exactly where you want to go with your meditation and with your psychic abilities.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. And it feels very much like several other people who are watching this video or will watch it back need to hear that. So, and there you go. I feel like I'm channeling the story.
Perfect.
Well, that is an answer to your question. I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that. So, all right, we have time for a couple of more because we're almost at the top of the hour. Can you believe it?
This has been too much fun.
This has been great. Kathy Persons. And Kathy, say hi. I will see if we've got a question from you. Kathy Persons. You're welcome. Kathy, are you here? Because I can do the phone if we need to. So
there she is.
Okay, Kathy is here. Okay. So is there any changes for me this year? Hi, Vicki. Welcome back. Well, that's a big, any change for you this year? That's a big question.
Yeah, that's a big one. Nope, sorry. Nope. Just going to be the same old.
And that's the mystic too. Bye.
No, that's not true. I mean, right off the bat, I get some really positive things happening for you, but it's going to take some work, a little bit of effort. But it starts off with, this year starts off with things being fairly copacetic. This is not in relationship to the political climate. But for you in your own life, things are pretty much going well. But you come into some stuff that you're gonna have to work at, and it's okay, because it looks like you've got some support behind you. So whatever it is that you want to be doing or you're working towards, could be anything. Could be your employment or not, or it could be retirement. It could be just the people that are around you, that you're just feeling a whole lot of good energy from them. Because in the end, when all is said and done, I get the Judgment card, which for me says that it all worked out. It's going good. And so this year is going to be a good year for you. And there's going to be some stuff going on. But like I said, it's going to take a little bit of effort. But fortunately, you have a good base. You've got a good system of whatever's around you. But it's not just people, it's also the energy that is around you is very copacetic. It's cohesive. It works together for you. It works in your favor.
Yeah.
And, if you just stay tried and true, follow your heart, do what you need to do, everything comes out good.
I also think, will you have any changes for this year? I got the 5 of Swords, which is win or lose way. There are always choices and there are always changes that are coming. What's interesting is what I have to go with that, Kathy, is it's the Ace of Cups, the overflowing emotions place. The changes that you have when you allow your emotions to flow, if you're excited about something and you allow those to flow, that excitement is going to help draw in more excitement. If you're angry and frustrated, it's going to draw in more anger and frustration. So it's a really important thing for you to, for entertainment purposes only, blah, blah, blah. I think it's an important thing to you to honor the way you're feeling about what's going on. You don't have to understand it at this point. You just have to go, oh my gosh, I'm really excited about this, or I'm sad, or I'm depressed, or I'm angry, or I'm frustrated, or I'm ecstatic, because what's going to help you is it's the 3 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Cups. These are your friends. These are the people who get you. They understand you. Have those friends be around you and who are able to support you and you to support them. That's a key thing. This year, whatever choices that you have and the changes that come, celebrate with them and to support each other. I think it's really exciting.
And Kathy, I maybe going out on a limb here, but I just get this feeling that you are somebody that's a very steadfast, calm, a calm kind of person, that you know what you're doing, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
And that, as far as the emotions, I don't see it quite the same as Gerald. I don't see it that, that there's a bunch of anger there. I think that you're somebody that you accept whatever's coming your way, you accept that kind of thing. But that you do have a great support system, because people do gravitate to you because of your steadfastness. And then throughout the year, things just begin to come together. However, you do have to put out some effort, but you don't have any problem with that. That's like, yeah, fine. Everybody has to put out a little effort. So, you've got some changes coming up, but it's going to be a great year for you. I think it just looks really good, and good luck.
I also might suggest, Kathy, that as these emotions come up, trust your gut. Trust what your gut says.
Yes.
So, all right. We have time for one more. Do you have time for one more?
Sure.
Okay. We are, believe it or not, we're at an hour already.
Wow.
Mackerel, and we've done lots and lots of readings. This has been wonderful. And Kathy said, thank you both. That makes lots of sense. Makes me happy. Vicky Howell. All right. Let's see. Vicky would like a message from guides. Are you here, Vicky? I thought I saw you earlier. A little bit earlier. Yep. You came back in time. Yay. So, message from Vicky's guides. And then when we're done with this one, you okay with doing a general for everybody else watching?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh God, I keep coming up with the same cards.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Message from your guides. I hope you're paying attention to them, Vicky. I hope you're you have the aware. Well, hold on here. They're trying to tell me something about you. Well, your guides are there with you, and they're trying to help you. And I don't know if if you have an awareness of the guides that are present in your life, but they see that you've had some trials and tribulations, so that they're definitely, I get, maybe that's why they're so prominent right now, is maybe something has gone on recently that it wasn't the best time for you. Maybe a loss. I'm not quite sure, but in the end, these things are, you're going to be working these things out, and in the end, it all becomes very clear to you, and you're very accepting of whatever had happened. That it's almost like it was an interference in your life. This is very interesting. I mean, your guides are there with you. Your guides want to help you, and so if you're feeling like a little bit hopeless, maybe, or a little bit sad, I haven't quite figured out the emotion on this, but the guides are saying, hey, you're going to do good. You're going to be fine. But it does take some effort to get through a period of time where something didn't quite go right. But you don't have a problem of whatever this was to eventually, I'm going to say walk away, but that's not really exactly the wording I'm looking for, because it feels like it's something that will be with you no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, Vicky said very much so, but a while ago, feeling anxious lately, I'm calming down now.
Well, okay, maybe that's what it's all about. That that you did go through a little bit of turmoil here, and now you're starting to chill out and kind of walk away from that feeling anyway. But not necessarily. That doesn't mean that whatever was happening that you just like don't. It's something that affected you. So yeah, I mean, I think that you are making a connection with your guides, maybe more than you know. And they are definitely there to help you through this. And it feels like you are on your way, walking away from this situation that kind of caused some anxiety. Boy, that got really confusing. I'm so sorry.
No, I love how you said walking away from it, because I got the Eight of Cups, which is leave it all behind place. And this is an emotional thing to where you let it go. You let it all go. Don't, the things that you've been worrying about, you don't need to worry about them much anymore. And Vicky said it's okay.
Is this the Eight of Cups?
Yes, that's the Eight of Cups.
I got that too. See, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but
so, and Vicky said, wow, very good, goosebumps. I also got, Vicky, here's something. I always like it. This is, again, the reciprocity avenue, that give and take, the Six of Pentacles. I love the word reciprocity. Stay tuned. You're going to see on my channel a little thing about reciprocity. But in order to give, someone has to be willing to receive. And in order to receive, someone has to be willing to give. So there's this beautiful balance. The other thing is pay attention to your moods as it relates to the moon phases, because I have the 3 and then the 4 of cups. And what that tells me is like going, it's a party place, but then you're not interested. It's sort of like it's the I don't know if you've ever eaten sugar of and then you have the crash afterwards, that sugar buzz. And so I think this is a key thing to understand, that the natural phases, cycles that you go through. So, yeah. So, all right. So we're going to do a general for everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being here. This has been great.
Yes.
I mean,
thank you so much. And let me just explain something a little bit. I'm kind of using all the psychics I work with. Most of them all use tarot cards, and I don't. And I decided recently to try to use some tarot cards, and that's what I'm doing today. So if you feel like a guinea pig, that's because I'm using everybody right now. But I see one thing I noticed with the tarot is that the other tarot readers, they'll bring up tarot cards and they mean something as they're telling you what it means to them. It means something to me. So I'm thinking, it's time for me to really get more involved with the tarot, especially for, thank you, Connie, especially for these kinds of readings. And, Gerald is so helpful because the way he explains things and stuff. So when I pull out something and go, is this such and such a card? It's because I'm really surprised that I picked the same thing he did. But anyway.
Okay. And so I think everybody who has watched, I don't think they would realize that you're not comfortable with the tarot. And it's just a tool, and you're using it very effectively. And if you ever want to come on and you want to do a show about learning the tarot, I am all for it.
Oh, wow. Cool.
All for it. All for it. So, yep. Starting a daily tarot journal helps quite a lot. Yes.
Okay.
So, yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's give some general message for everybody.
Well, this is cool because, it is a brand new year. And I see everybody just like, whatever happened last year, we're moving on. And everybody is opening up to this and it's a very, very good thing. I got the 10 of Cups. God knows I know what that means, right?
Well, okay. Here, I'll step into that. When you see the 10 of Cups, what message do you get?
This just feels really optimistic and profitable, and money and fortune and good times and good feelings and great things happening. So that's what I'm thinking, that in the general, all around, that this year, as much as it looks like it could be a complete disaster on the political front, it may not be. And I'm not saying that this is a political reading. I'm just, the overall look of this whole thing is walking, or like moving away from things and things getting great, and for people to finally be able to relax. And that's what the next card is just like, whew, boy, I made it through that one. And, have a good time, take a vacation or something. But anyway, I see a really good year happening.
Mm-hmm. And so, by the way, the 10 of Cups means enjoying yourself, a lot of satisfaction, a lot of success, enjoyment. I mean, what you basically said. So,
right.
There you go.
Yay.
Yeah. And that was a great card for the collective. And that's it, Cleo. That's right.
Thank you, guys.
And Maria said you're doing all right. So, and so here's something that, you got the 10 of Cups, which is about completion, and it is about fullness and feeling those things. I got the Queen of Cups, which is the supporter of compassion and intuitive feelings, which is suddenly, this is the mama of the family on the 10 of Cups. Because if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. And so, yeah. I also think this is interesting. I pulled 3 cards. I got 3 court cards for the collective. So, and so the second one is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the messenger of slow and steady. I would say this year is going to require us to be willing to go slow and steadily.
Yeah.
Do not try to rush it. Instead, stick with it. And then, ta-da, the last card I got is the King of Wands, which is provider of authority and charm. This is, having the Queen at the beginning and the King at the end suggests there's this need for balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And allow and, offer some support and provide what people need around us. So it's like, we're in sync. You do realize that, Cleo. We're doing really well. I'm like, holy
amazing.
Yes.
Cool.
So thank you, Linda. So thank you, everybody. Where are you going to be? What do you got coming up for you?
I'm not, things have really been cut back as far as shows go. I think on Thursday I'm doing the Golden Girls, which I just love doing that show. And then on Friday, I might actually have Friday off for the first time in like a year and a half or so. Wow. Because my sister's cutting back on polyterology and Kukulchrome. She's just cutting back on a whole lot of things. So I'm probably going to have to come up with some ways to do some of my own shows, but
well, you could invite people on your channel.
Yeah, I could, couldn't I?
You could come on my channel and we could talk about learning tarot.
We could do that as well.
So, and so, yeah. So we can't have too much. We can't have too much. And Miss Cleo has already done a lot of marketing around your namesake, Cleo. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
So, but tomorrow I have a back and forth with Jamie and Gerald. And by the way, we're doing stickers. We're talking about stickers. We're getting crafty tomorrow. So just enjoy that. And make sure that you like and subscribe. Next Sunday, I am doing spa readings with Tanis and Kaylee. And then on Friday, I am doing this or that readings with Alice or Allie from Heart and Soul Connected.
Oh, wow.
So, and
then, I did also want to say that, Allison's not here today and she'll be back, but she had some things come up. My sister, Colleen, she was going to fill in for Val, and she's just still having, she texted me, she's still having internet issues.
Yeah.
Can't get on here. And Val is, I think Val is like out of the country right now, traveling. She loves to travel. And this is actually Val's show. She is the one that invented the Mystic Four.
You got it. So she'll be back.
I love what Gerald and I accomplished today, but I hope that, the group comes back together and we're just doing this once a month, right?
We're doing this just today. And because we're flexible, we can do that. So
cool.
And, Lois wants to learn tarot better. And Connie B, I'm eventually going to be teaching tarot classes. And Michelle Marie said you're welcome to come back on my show anytime. Cleo,
oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you.
So, and so there you go. All right. So everybody, thank you so very much for watching. Do show your support. The second Monday of February, we will be back for another Mystic Four. And we should have everybody back. So everybody take care, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.